Oh, man. This Texas basketball team is the laughing stock of all of college football or basketball right now. Excuse me. Um, it's sad, Chip. Sad and disappointing. You know what we saw yesterday on the court, and what we saw when time expired, and both teams handshaking line. I know people have talked about getting rid of the handshaking line and stuff because they don't do it in the NBA or the pros. Some guys go straight to the locker room. Some guys will, dap it out with their homies. But in collegiate sports, especially in basketball, that's what we do. And Rodney Terry, man, you put yourself in a very tough situation with how you handled that line. Like, teams are going to throw down, horns down. That's what they're going to do. Like, you got to understand where you're at. This is the University of Texas. Everybody hates you. We've been talking about Isaiah Bond and how much money that he got from Lance Taylor. We're going up almost 7 figures, 6 figures. That's why people hate Texas. That's why people hate Texas. Because Texans are just throwing money around, which a lot of these universities can't do that. So there's a certain hate that comes with wearing the burnt orange that you have to embrace and you have to accept. There's always that stigma. Everybody wants to be Texas. Everybody plays their hardest when they see that burnt orange they're going against. Yeah, that's what it is. And you're getting paid handsomely for that. So overreacting.
Our team's making $3 million a year.
That's a lot of bread. More bread than anybody in my family has ever seen. Again, dude's family, my big papa, my grandfather on my father's side, and Coach Terry's pops just passed away. Great Uncle Calvin, stepbrothers. He's family. What we saw last night, I don't know what that was. I love Coach Terry to death. Absolutely love him. Definitely thinks he deserves the job. But everybody has a right to question him now. Everybody. Because him allowing himself to get that emotional, to react to UCF's players being, air quote, disrespectful, those are the last things you need to worry about right now with a 1-3 in Big 12 Texas team that's playing down to their competition. That blew a
6-ranked opponents next.
6th-ranked opponents next. You blow a 16-point lead. You're up by 12 at halftime. You get completely out-rebounded and out-physicaled. They make more free throws, or they made more free throws the same amount as you shot. It's just you have way more things to worry about than what Johnny Dawkins' team is going through. Like, let him handle that. I'm not trying to hear that. You talk about the pressure like we don't do that. People don't do that on our court. No, beat them. They shouldn't beat you on your court. You're worried about the wrong things, man. And a small smidget Kevin Hart, Muggsy Bogues part of me is thinking that, okay, he loves the University of Texas. So just like what Mac Brown thought, he's trying to stand up for Texas. But the horns down, that's not it. That's not how you stand up for Texas. You stand up by cursing your team out for blowing a 16-point lead, by not playing Brock Cunningham at all. He hasn't gotten better in 6 years. Him taking Kendall Weaver's minutes? No, hell no. Brock's not giving you shit. Don't play him. IT Horton playing him last night, that was a big move. But now you don't get no credit for it for what you did after the game and losing. Like, they threw that 2-3 zone, Jim Boeheim whack-ass 2-3 zone at him. That completely changed the game. Yeah. Like, for me, growing up, if you play the zone, my eyes got big.
Yeah, because you're going right to the middle.
Right to the middle, flashing, catching it right over the top. They gave it to Zurich Oyema right there at the free throw line. That middle dude on the playing defense in the middle of that 2-3 zone for UCF, he stood there and was like, shoot it, fool, shoot it. Zurich Oyema was pump faking and stuff. He took it to the man and then got his shot blocked. It was just like, dog. Dylan Mitchell, who had a solid game, why are you blocking goaltends? What message are you trying to show? That's just dumb shit.
That was like a 12-foot jumper.
It doesn't make – yes, a dude like shot the floater. It was almost in. Dylan Mitchell, here he comes out of nowhere, just throws it in the stands. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, UCF coming back. This Texas team, they're getting ignorant. Then you smile afterwards. Like, why are you smiling? That's not cool. Nothing's cool about that. You're giving up points. And it's too hard for you to score on the offensive end. You can't afford to give up any points, man. The way that they abused Max Asmus the last 3 minutes defensively was brutal. Johnson, Allen, they kept going that dude. That's the game plan. If you have number 3 on you, I'm going to continue to preach this because that's what it is. If number 3 is guarding you for Texas, go at him. Go at him. You're going to force guys to double team. There was one play where he got double teamed, he was guarding someone, and then the double team came. They swung it around and ended up getting an open shot because they have to overhelp due to Max Asmus being too small.
Have you noticed Asmus? Like, you're never supposed to leave your feet. He never leaves his feet.
Yeah, he can't.
Like, the guy's getting ready to go up with a shot, and Asmus will just like try to put his hand over his eye.
Yeah, because he knows that's smart because he can't afford to foul. He knows he can't afford
but
to.
He never tries to, go. He never tries to like.
Oh yeah, there's no point. They're gonna see right over him. He'll just foul him. That's the thing. He won't block it. He'll just foul. So he knows I might as well just stay on the ground and, hey, I'm not going to grow anytime soon. So it's just last night was an absolute disgrace. And Coach Terry, he has to apologize. He has to, because a lot of Texas faithful has turned their back on him. A lot of people are thinking, oh, this guy, he ain't cut for it. He don't have that toughness because that's a soft move. That's a soft move. You lose a 16-point lead, and then you're bitching about what the other team's doing. Yes, they're going to disrespect you. That's college basketball. That's college sports. That's what it is. Like saying we don't do that and all this in the presser. Like, nah, you don't disrespect us on our court. You don't do that. That's class.
And he said it like 6 times. He's like, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. He kept saying it to like each different guy. I'm like, RT, take a breath, dude. Just tell him once and walk away and then go tell Johnny Dawkins or don't tell Johnny Dawkins.
You don't say anything. You don't say anything. You take that ass whooping like a man and then go regroup. That's what I'm saying. He needs to.
Yeah, and he needs to take that back into his locker room and say, do you see them doing horns down?
Thank you.
Does that piss you off?
That's what I'm saying. Like, look what they're doing. Look how they feel about you.
Right.
Look at what your home fans are coming to see. We're supposed to take care of home court advantage against a team that's going to be on the bubble just like Texas. That UCF team,
you built that 15-point lead with 14 minutes to go. Then what happened?
It's just, that's tough. That's tough, man. He needs to come in and apologize. Like, hey, I let my emotions get the best of me. I apologize to Coach Dawkins and that UCF basketball team. That's not my battle to fight. That's not. I was a little emotional for the loss, and I took it out on UCF. I shouldn't have done that. I'm better than that. We're better than that. I got to be better and move forward. Like, I love the university. Say that you love the University of Texas. I love the University of Texas. I felt like when, the burnt orange gets disrespected, like when it gets disrespected, I lose it. I got to control myself because the position that I'm in now, I can't do those types of things. Like, that's very Tom Herman headbutt, flick off the camera type shit. That's what that was. That's what that was, Chip.
It was.
That's what that was, man. Like,
that's a great call.
That's very that.
That's a great call.
You can't get into that. You can't let the emotions get the most of you, man. You gotta
swing
understand.
down.
Yeah.
Don't swing down.
Don't do that. And that's tough because, again, like, in a way that represents my family. A lot of people look at my pops as one of the first ones to give Coach Terry a shot, and they know the history that we're family and stuff. So people are going to look at CC and be like, damn, CC, you teach him that? Hell no, he didn't do that. No, right. CC didn't do stuff like that. He didn't. Coach Terry's his own man. You know what I'm saying? Do we love him? Are we definitely proud of him at the position that he's in, coming from being a freshman coach at Bowie High School in 1992 to the University of Texas head basketball coach in 2024? Yes, especially as a black man. That's a ginormous accomplishment. So there's certain things you have to carry yourself with in this position. And Coach Terry let, the worst of them just take over last night. And it sucks, man. It really does, because you win that game, none of that happens. None of it happens at all. And only positive, IT Horton dropping 20. You like that he's got some confidence back, but still, your bench points, that lack of production there, 7 bench points total? What are you doing?
They're getting outscored 27-8 in conference play on the bench.
And look at Tyrese Hunter's minutes again. Look at his minutes. What are we doing? I get it. He had 4 turnovers, but his presence out there, you got to let him, like, I don't want turnovers either, but him being out there is what's best for the team right now. It just is. He has to have over 30 minutes every single game just because you need another threat. You just
he and Dazoo were working well together, and they were both hitting. And then they both went out. Dazoo got cold. IT Horton's not looking for Dazoo. So Dazoo goes over in the second half. Dazoo's their best player. Like IT Horton, I'm done with him.
What? He dropped 20. What do you mean?
He dropped 20, but where's he been? Like, really? You got to start to give me this? You're only good if you start?
Some guys are like that. As weird as it is, I hate it too. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Some guys. This team should be built around Dylan Dazoo and Tyrese Hunter and Max Asmus, and we have to manage Asmus so that he's not just killing us defensively. But everyone else, your job is to fill in, because Dylan Mitchell is like a mouse in a maze. He's got great energy. He's all about it. Half the time, you don't know where his head is.
Yeah,
because he could be unbelievable as a defender and rebounder and shot blocker, but don't block 12-footers that are coming down.
Yeah. Brock Cunningham doesn't even deserve double-digit minutes.
He's lost it. He's
lost it. He gives you nothing. He's not even looking at the goal, Chip. Like, he is zero threat to being a scoring option. Zero. So as a defender, that makes it so much easier to guard everyone. He's a we live guy. Anytime he touches the ball, you'll take a step back and you'll just say, we'll live. If he knocks a shot down, we'll take it, because that means Asmus isn't. That means Dylan Dazoo isn't. That means Tyrese Hunter isn't. And those guys, they're not getting in the rhythm. Let Brock Cunningham try to drop 20 on us. We want that. Everybody wants that. And if Coach Terry's willing to put him in for 19 minutes, then you're probably going to lose. Like last year, it worked because you had the toughness of a Timmy Allen. You had the toughness of Sir Jabari Rice and a Marcus Carr and a Christian Bishop. Those guys are gone. Dylan Mitchell, he has a lot of just talent, but he's not necessarily skilled. You know, his motor goes on and off. It goes on and off at times where you're like, dude, and they'll just do dumbass shit like blocking goaltends for up by 12 points. The team is clearly coming back and showing that they're aggressive, and you want to block a goaltend because it's cool? Or the NBA scouts thinking, oh, man, he's so athletic. Look at what he's doing blocking goaltends. No, you're costing your team, man. You're costing your team. Like Zirko Yema, again, I play him just because at least he tries. He has zero skill in the world. He might throw up a jump hook every now and then, but other than that, he's not going to give you much, but at least he cares. Kendall Weaver, too. Kendall Weaver has to get way more than 4 minutes that he got. Brock Cunningham.
Come in and foul dudes. That's all you got. I'm like, come on, RT, you're better than this. You're better than this. You've got to be better than this.
Yeah, he's better.
And Caden Shedrick, dude, take a breather. My lineup right now is Dylan Dazoo, Dylan Mitchell, Tyrese Hunter, Max Asmus, and Kendall Weaver.
Oh, yeah. All those guys should have 30 minutes a game, at least.
And Caden Shedrick can come in and go out.
Yeah.
He's not my guy anymore.
Oh, yo, when Allen put his nuts on his neck, that was ball game there. When he went up and attempted to dunk on him and the ball got loose, but it still counted, but it had his nuts all on the back of his neck. And then Kendall Weaver was like, sub me out. My back hurts. My back hurts. Dude just had his nuts all up on my neck, attempting to dunk my ass. Now my back hurts, man. It's a brutal sight right now, and it's sad. It's sad. And Coach Terry, now they're the laughing stock of college basketball because Coach Terry got a little
feelings.
He has to apologize, man. He has to. He has to. It's a must. Like, it's some sort of way. He can't just let this ride and think that that was okay. Because Coach Dawkins, he deserves an apology. Like, it's supposed to be cutthroat. You're not supposed to like us. Competitive. You got to be competitive out here. Like, I want guys that are willing to fight. Like I don't want.
Take that anger back to your own locker room and say, do you see what those dudes were doing? You okay with that? Because if you are, we're starting over. We're going back to camp, starting right now. Y'all are going to run 30 lengths of this floor until you throw up, if that doesn't bother you.
That's what I'm saying.